Okay, hello and welcome to my stream. My name is Jason, also known as Dragon11, and today, ahead of the Pokemon Day announcements that we'll be getting tomorrow, I've decided to hop on to Legends Arceus to do a bit of shiny hunting. So, unlike my last stream where I was focused on just Unown, I'm just going to be doing random hunts today, although I am going to be directing any extra time to ones I'm particularly after. And we'll be sort of focusing on those ones if possible. So I'll go over those in a minute. But to start with, let's head over to Mylands to make a start here, as there's a outbreak. Just checking things on going. It's a little late starting today, so I was having some technical difficulties with OBS. So, right. For some reason, OBS has a habit of not wanting to detect both my capture card sound and my headphone sound at the same time. It'll either do one or the other. After about 20 minutes of just restarting OBS, finally it decided to detect it correctly. Anyway. As you can see here, I'm going over there anyhow, that's fine. I'm just doing, this is going to be the route I do most times when I come to the Mylands, as I am after, for my shiny living decks, Unown, Cherubi or Cherim, and a couple from the Togepi evolution line. So I started off going to check Unown first. I just checked one of the trees where Cherubi and Cherim can spawn. And now I'm just going to go and check the other 4 trees they can appear on. I believe those are the only trees they can appear on. So I've perfected the dexes for all of them, so I'm just checking for shaking trees. Nope. So now I'll head up here and check for Togepi and Togetic as I'm on the way to the outbreak. There's a shaking tree there, but that I'm pretty sure can't be any of the ones I'm after. Do a flyby of the Togetic here. That's clearly not shiny. And now sweep low, see if there's any spawn. There's a Togepi, 2 Togepis and a Pachirisu. You can have up to 3 there, and then the Togetic up there, which none of which are shiny, and these Happiny. Also not shiny. So I'll just start. I just fight them just to clear them out, as I don't see the point in catching all of them. So I've got so many of the other shinies that I'm not too fussed about catching. So I just clear them out until they stop spawning. See if there's a shiny in any of them. Is what I'm going to be doing today. So I'm sort of slowly levelling up my Pokemon as I go. I'm just levelling up the last of the Hisuian shinies that are in my party, ready to, the shiny ones, ready to transfer them over. So I've done all of the others, it's just 5 I've got left. Then I'll just be training up the starters as ones just as to use on the game after I've transferred everything else out. So using the Lilligant to start with. There's some one thing I did realise about my shiny hunts last night is that while I've perfected, Unown is easy to perfect. I've perfected Togepi, Togetic, Cherubi and Cherim for these hunts. However, I did not think to perfect Togekiss. So it was a slight faux pas on my account, as I had an outbreak that had a second wave which was auto-kissed last night. So That would have been better if I'd been able to... Right. Would have been better if I'd been able to get out of this fight by running away. Good. Would have been helpful if I'd been able to perfect the Dex entry, the Togekiss as well, as that would have given me a slightly better chance of getting a shiny, but to be honest, of all the time I've spent shiny hunting for them, that was the first time I've seen a Togekiss wave from the outbreaks, so probably not that likely to occur very often. And just watch me the first time I find them today, it's going to be Togekiss, isn't it? That spawns the second wave. But it is what it is. But yeah, so that's the plan for today. So going off those to an extent, I won't be focusing just on them. So clearing out this outbreak just to see if any shinies do spawn from it. Is that the last one from this wave? I hate the little ones hiding in the grass. Run out of drain punches. That's good. Leaf blade. Oh no, there's no second wave for those. Right. So back to camp. Let's head back to get. While I'm here, I might as well just fill up my box just to show where I'm at with the Unown. So these are all the Unown I've caught so far. So trying to collect the full alphabet on here. So I've got my regular alphabet of them to use as reference. But I think there are 3 more I've got from other games, and with them I'm about halfway through. But anyway, for now, they're not my main focus for today, so I'm just going to be seeing what I get. So hopefully a mass outbreak will give me a bit better chance to get a shiny. You can also get random shinies. Just last night I found a barboach just randomly flying around while I was randomly flying around. Oh good, we've got a mass outbreak there. That'll do. Nothing I really need from this area, unfortunately. But that's fine. Just checking into a couple of things. So I got held up with the OBS stuff before I started. Right. I think the most trees that Cherubi can appear in is actually in the Coronet Highlands, which I'd actually not looked into. So I just had the thought come into my head of what the best place to look for them would be. Because in this area there's only 2 trees that they can spawn on. I had a feeling there were more in one of the other areas. This area can spawn an outbreak of Cherubi. I don't like the zoomed in map. I'll go next, over there. I'm just going to be doing a flyover with all these mass outbreaks just to see if any shinies spawn. Listening out for that shiny sparkle as I'm flying around. Ugh, the bats. I found so many shiny bats. Yeah, I got very lucky with my worm pull a few weeks back when I was just setting up to start shiny hunting in Legends Arceus again. Wormpool was... don't like the way it keeps sneezed. Wurmples. I needed a Silcoon, I think it was, specifically, and the Wurmple I had. So I had one Wurmple, but it evolved into Cascoon. Ooh, that's a big bat. Where to next? This one. I had a Wurmple that evolved into Cascoon, but I needed a Silcoon. So that was one of the ones I was going to be looking for, and literally the first outbreak or first massive mass outbreak I done, and there's a bat. Well, that's the first shiny of the stream. And I've been forgetting to save. Oh, bollocks. Easy catch. Now I leg it. Yeah, that's basically going to be my approach for most most of the shiny catching. I tend not to battle them in this, just throw the balls. Some people prefer to battle them, I don't. If I can stun them and then catch them with a Gigaton ball, perfect. There is a lot of bats today. Just land and get airborne again to regain height. Yeah, so I was saying the first massive mass outbreak I found when I started looking at shiny hunting on this again. Had a Wurmple outbreak and had a shiny straight away. And then I evolved it and it was a Silcoon, so it was the perfect outcome from that first try. And I think in that same outbreak I also got a Wormadam, which I also needed for the dex. So with all the hunting for Burmy being a nightmare, I don't think I ended up actually catching a Burmy in the end. I ended up catching a Mothim. So I think I already had 4 Burmy, 1 Wormadam, and that was it. So I needed 2 more. There's another bat. So I needed 2 more, but because I had 4 Burmy, it didn't really matter what I got, because I had males and females of them. Then getting a second Wormadam of a different form as well, that set me up perfectly. And then I got a Mothim as well, so I didn't need any more Burmy, so I didn't have to worry about the trees, except for these Cherubi. Well, pull again. So there are none with the star on them. There's just the berry. But so that's a bit of a disappointing one, but I've got 1 shiny from this day anyhow, and I can check for Cherubi while I'm here. But unfortunately there's only 2 trees in this area. I didn't just get a sparkle, did I? No, I think I just saw the Silcoon through trees. There's only 2 trees Cherubi can spawn on around here. Not that one, it's this one, because the others are all Combi, and that one, which is right by the fog. But none of them are shiny, so I'm going to head back. No. Head back. So we've got our... Oh, right. Got a Golbat already, so that's good. So, where am I going? All over the place. Head back and go back to camp. But yeah, I'll be checking for any cherubi trees as I go around. Which there's 3 areas they can appear in. So this one, the Mylands and the Highlands. Togepi can appear in outbreaks and in the wild in the coast as well. So those are also going to be fairly high on the priority list for spawns. What have we got? Well, we got Massive Mass Outbreak in the Highlands. Always just go to the default area. Just habit. No, actually, yeah, this is what I wanted to do. Save when I get here. And work out where all the outbreaks are. Right. So if I go here first. Probably doing these in the wrong order already. Just check the shinies. Gabite. Which look like they're different colours, but they're not. It's just lighting. Let's have a guard pump in there. There was no sparkle, so. Although sometimes I don't think it does sparkle. I think there's something causes it to not sparkle for some reason. So I had a Kadabra do that. But once I used to hunting in Scarlet and Violet, that it didn't really make much difference. Now over here is the first area where cherubi trees can be found. Or cherub. So I believe it's that one. That one. That one. I don't usually hunt in this area, so I'm just trying to remind myself. I think those two up there. Another Gabite outbreak. They do like grouping up the outbreaks. Right. And there's one up top here somewhere. There. That one, and none of them are shaking, unfortunately. So that's a shame. Oh, and that Gabite is an actual star one, but I'll come back to that once I've checked everything. So it's right by a teleport point. Now I have another tree there, I believe is the one, which is not shaking. And hippopotas. Okay, next destination. I think I'm going to do a loop around from here. If I come down to there, I think that works. So what I was doing was pulling up a map of where the cherubi trees are in this area. So nothing there. Next one is down here, right by the next cherubi trees. Nope, not far. Not that far. Over here. Oh, they're up there. No shiny, just a guy score. Wait, no, I was in the right place. So there's one tree there. Learnt these properly. I think most of the trees along here can be. So just check these as I fly along. Where's the next one along here? If I go to that one. So just check for shaking trees. I think that was all of them. I don't see many people doing that jumping trick with Sneasler, but I find it a hell of a lot quicker than climbing normally. Just jump and switch to Braviary. Ghastly. So nope. More Gligar, including an Alpha. Hey, stupid Sneasler. Right, okay, back up to top. And, oh, Dartrix and Decidueye. No shinies, unfortunately. And no star, so that's fine. Best way to do this. So next lot are all over by cherubi trees, so that's handy. Rather land on a little edge there rather than switching to Sneasler again. So I think trees around here can be. Oh, it's Bronzor. I couldn't quite see them. Blend in with the ground. Just looking for any trees around this way. So I think I've already passed those ones now. But there was another outbreak there. I don't think these trees can be cherubi. Mime Junior. That was actually one I needed previously, but while I was completing the dex entry, I actually ended up getting the two I needed. So that's actually it's actually the Galarians I need for that, but it's easier to get them in this than to breed them, so that's what I did. I'm in the wrong place. But I think that tree and this tree can also be cherubi, possibly. But that is a big bust on trees in this area, so that's that. So and Heracross. Well, we've got the star over here, so once I'm out of range of the Heracross, I'll warp over, check the ones with the star on, because they've got the best chance of getting a second wave. A four-way multi-ball, that's a four-way multi-ball, that's fine. It's a shame you don't have multi-target moves in this game. Helpful. Only one of them attacked. Fantastic. But yeah, when doing mass outbreaks like this, it's fairly easy just to quickly swing by all the trees just to check out the cherubi and Cherim, so that's a lot of damage. Oh well, I'll be using the next Pokemon after this. Oh good, it avoided the attack. Yep, that's dead. Next Pokemon. Which you're not able to do that on. I'm not really bothering with type and punch. I'm just throwing in anything. I'll be heading back to camp soon after, so. Not a problem. Garchomp in that way. I do like the black Braviary. I tend to wear a lot of black, so the dark Pokemon. Dark coloured Pokemon. The black coloured Pokemon especially the shinies. I do like them. This might not one-shot it. No. Gets her down though, so it's not a problem. Next one. Anyway, so yeah, that's the plan for today. Just going around doing outbreaks to hopefully find shinies. I've already found one, so that's already not a bad start. And yeah, I was just sort of getting ready for tomorrow's Pokemon Day announcements with the Pokemon Presents. So I will be watching that, but I won't be streaming that. So everyone will be streaming it, co-streaming it, and watching it, so I don't really see the point. I will be watching that, so I'll probably talk about it on stream next week. Lighting's just changed, so the colour looks off. But anyway, yeah, so well, I can't talk about it as it hasn't been yet. I can't talk about it. Here comes a new horde. Oh, good, alphas. Just try and take these out one by one. Oh, good. It attacks first. It's faster than me. It's a bird, and yet the dragon's faster. Hurricane do it? Probably not. Oh, yes it does. That's handy. But don't know exactly what they're going to talk about yet, but I can sort of go over what I am expecting from tomorrow's Pokemon Presents. Oh, there goes Bravo. Yes, that's probably the worst one of the lot. I probably need to sort out its moveset. Anyway, yeah, so the main thing that I'm expecting for tomorrow's Pokemon Presents, let's call it Direct, is ZA, obviously. I'm playing Legends Arceus. So, should be getting news and or gameplay of that. So, so looking forward to that. So probably news and gameplay. Hopefully a release date. There have been rumours going around that June could be the release for it, which would fit with my theories of it being a Switch 2 launch window game, even though it's only a Switch 1 game. I think they're going to be fleshing out the Switch 2's launch lineup with Switch 1 games. So even if you're not getting Switch 2 games, you can still get some new Switch 1 games to play on the new console. There's no moss spawning from this, so that's done. Yeah, so my theory is that the Switch 2 will be launching late May, early June, based on the timing of everything that's going on, with the previews, the Direct they're doing next month, and now the Gold Point service ending. So with all that going on, I think everything is pointing to it being late May, early June release. And if Legends ZA is coming out in June, that would fit with that being a sort of launch window game. So it's all sort of pointing in that direction. So I'm thinking it's fairly likely. So no guarantee, but possible. Oh, good, we got one at the coastlands. But yeah, that's my sort of standing theory at the moment. Oh, actually, didn't save. Wait for me to finish landing. Oops. Yes, that's my standing theory. Which means and if it is coming that soon, then we should get quite a bit of new information for it. And I'm guessing that will be the main focus of the Pokemon Presents that we're getting. So that will probably be the majority of what we see. Probably the story, some gameplay, probably a lot of new Pokemon revealed. Probably looking at some new forms, some regional Pokemon, new evolutions, new Megas potentially. Oh my god, no, there. Just looking for the Togepi. The Togepi can spawn on these hills, which is why I'm going this way. Ooh, an Alpha. Not shiny though. Chatot, not shiny. We're going next. I'm going over there, but one hidden behind there. But first, I want to jump over here. No, not that. Here. There's more Togepi here. I think there's 2 or 3 that can appear around here. But just the one today. Not shiny yet. Yeah, so Legends EA is almost certainly going to be focused on that. So hopefully get the storyline. So my guess is that it will have something to do with Hooper, because that was where we first encountered Hooper. It's a Skorupi. So, Kalos was the first region we encountered Hooper in, even though it's probably not native, technically. It appears to have been transported to Kalos from another region. This way. Back to camp. Oh, and apparently I'm being targeted. Thank you, Golduck. Yeah, so I'm reckoning Hooper's going to be the cause of the time travel with his rings, because I think they are sort of time and space rings, allowing it to fetch Pokemon from anywhere in time and space, or travel to anywhere in time and space, which I think we got a little bit of with I think it was kind of being hinted at with some previous games, where we got to see Pokemon from other regions. But I think they might use that as a plot explanation to make sense of the time travel this time. So we don't have something like Arceus or Dialga or Celebi, who are the main sort of time travel. That's a shiny Mothim. I spotted that before the sparkles even came off. So I reckon he's going to be the way that they're going to work the time travel, unless they use technology. So they could do a time machine because of all the science in Kalos. I think it's more likely they'll use Hooper to make that work. Unless it's just a simulation, so I don't know. But if they're going to, I think the most likely way they're going to do it is with Hooper. So is my theory. So no guarantee, but my thought is that will also it doesn't limit you with just time travel. So with Legends Arceus, we had time and space. So it was able to bring in Pokemon from other regions. And I haven't saved after catching that Mothim. Annoyingly one of the ones I needed before. But anyway. But, yeah, so I reckon Hooper's the best way they could make the story work. Because he does have both the potential for time and space travel. Which the other time travel Pokemon don't. So Arceus, sort of being the creator of Dialga and Palkia, time travel and space travel, the whole time and space thing made perfect sense. Say with ZA, we've got Zygarde, not really associated with time travel as the main Pokemon, so I'm guessing they're going to use something else to explain the time travel. And I think that's going to be the best way to do it. So that's my theory. Yeah, so I was going through... Is that another marker? I don't really need to. It's right down here. And then they're just got to be. That's a funny sound. There's a marker. No starred ones, so head back up. Yeah, anyway, so... yeah, I was sort of going through with sort of Kalos in mind for my shiny collection, looking at what Pokemon that I still need will be available in the game. So we don't know what Pokemon will be in the game yet, so they could quite easily bring in Pokemon from other regions, which is most likely, and maybe that'll actually work timeline-wise, explaining why we have so many Pokemon from other regions in Kalos. I always save a lot. Oh, back in the higher hands. Anyway, yeah, so I was going through just looking at sort of X and Y to see what else I needed that was available in those games that I can't get easily in the newer games. And I think I found 42 Pokemon out of the 120, I think it is, that I still need, were available in Kalos in X and Y. So that could get me a huge way along with my shiny living dex. So that can be really useful, if that is right. So no guarantee, but if they do use those as the sort of starting point for the Pokemon available in the region, there's a fairly good chance, say they haven't been in, if I haven't got them shiny, chances are I haven't been able to get them in the recent games. But that does take almost half of the remaining Pokemon off the list of ones that I need. No stars yet. But I went through my list of shinies that I still need. I have 120 that I still need. 6 of which I can get in Scarlet and Violet. 17 I can get in Legends Arceus, which is including the unknowns. Not a great outbreak. I've got so many Rhyhorn and Rhydon playing this game, it's ridiculous. That's why it's such a disappointed response to that. Just glide through, check these trees. Is there trees down here? No, not there. Next one up. Just trying to remember the route. Yeah, Anyway, so between the... there's also 9 in Let's Go. The Let's Go games, I have 9 that I can get. That's between catching and transferring from Pokemon Go. In order to get rid of the Pokemon Go marker. I'm just trying to remember these tree locations. Oh, it is up here. Was I in the wrong place before? Possibly. Is it? I haven't seen any trees either way. Tree shaking. Whatever. That's fine. But yeah, so between those and if the 42 that I think are likely to be available in ZA, between those, I think I'm left with about 46 Pokemon left that I think are mostly like Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield Pokemon that I could breed for or soft reset for. And going on, wait. And I forgot to check the trees. I'm doing well. Check the trees. Remember to do the thing that I want. Put it on a tree. That's always fun. Oh, that's actually a shaking tree. Many people who watch this will think I was about to fall to my death. Oh, true. Gem. Not shiny. Shame. Silk, can let any out. Should be enough. It's not enough? Wow, you are really weak. More I think he's like a physical attacker, but his best stat... Or he gets all physical attacks, but his best stat is special attack. For some stupid reason. It makes him terrible. Anyway, there's another shaking tree. Come on. Nope. But yeah, so if I am right about those 42 Pokemon, then that will cut out a huge portion of my remaining shiny hunt. So that would be really good to get out of the way. You're a pain in the butt. I didn't die from one hit. Just saw this is Hisuian Voltorb up ahead. Another shaking tree. Oh good, they're... I heard a shiny sound. I heard a shiny sound. Where was the shiny? It wasn't a Voltorb. It was a Nose Pass. It's an unusual one to get shiny, but whatever. We've got a tree here. Oh, just a Charm. Cherubi. I always get those two. Say the wrong ones. But yeah, so Legends EA could give me a huge amount of Pokemon, relatively speaking, to shiny hunt for. That's not including new forms. So that'll be really good for my shiny hunts. So I'll probably play that on stream if I'm still streaming at that point. So that'll definitely give me something to do. So as I've been struggling to come up with stuff to do lately. There's no more in that direction, so I don't think there is. Can't see any more trees that shape that way. I'll head down to these. Okay. Yeah, so that should be a good one to be doing. If I can do shiny hunts for those. I'll come back to those. Hippopotas was another one of the shiny hunts I previously had to do. Specifically for females. That was a really lucky one. I cracked a sandwich. I think I got a Trapinch and... I think it was a Trapinch and 2 Hippopotas. Shiny in one sandwich. And they were both females, so it was absolutely perfect. Any trees shaking around here? Can't remember where they are still. Oh, yeah, there's a shaking tree. I hate the way it knocks you out of the woman's save thing if you land too early. Hard to tell when the lighting goes funny. With the shinies. Oh, there's another shaking tree up there. I think there's one potential over there, and that's not shaking. Over here. So the amount I'm going to be checking as I'm going around should give me a decent chance of getting shiny. So, fingers crossed. I'm not even going to bother with the Carnivine. Oh, and someone's about to clear up. That tree's not shaking, so I'm going to head back up to Har. Oh, there's a stunky. Looking at the stars one. What do I check out first? Stunky or Hippopotas? Could go with either. I don't need either, so it doesn't really make much difference to me. So the downside of checking all the trees and going after shinies is that not shiny. So it does take a bit longer. So we run out of time on the massive mass outbreaks a little bit. Oh, it does start. Right, Hippopotas or Stunky. Let's go with Hippopotas. See if I get the annoying luck that I get a female. I was tempted to hunt for Hippopotas on this game rather than Scarlet and Violet, just because I see, and it's ended anyhow. Oh, never mind. Back to camp. I checked the initial outbreaks. That's fine. Got another shiny, so not too bad. So keeping up a reasonable rate of shinies. Better than when I'm focusing on a single Pokemon. I think most, all but one trip has had a shiny now. Something like that. Maybe 2. I don't know. But yeah, so all's looking good on the shiny front, shiny hunt front, as regards to what ZA could bring. So it'll be interesting to actually get a look at that. Oh good, we've got another one with the beach. Fingers crossed for Togepi. So hopefully it is in the same vein as Legends Arceus with the open areas with sort of live spawns like this. So limiting the areas this much. So rather than having the big open area, it's basically why the shiny hunting works. Or why the game works better than Scarlet and Violet, because they're a much larger area. And it's easier to manipulate them in smaller areas. So even though these are open areas, they are still smaller than the Scarlet and Violet area. Scarlet and Violet does have a very large area to render and process at any given time, and I think that's why it has to limit itself as it does. While we don't get the shiny sparkles, why it has its occasional technical issues. It's night time, so I'm probably not going to see Wild Togepi. I might see one or two. Or none. Oh, just the outbreaks then. That's my shop. Oops. Jump off a cliff. Yeah, so as long as they sort of stick to the same formula for Legends EA that we've got in Legends Arceus, I think it'll be a great game. So, updated a bit, new Pokemon, new areas, just stick with the same formula and it'll be good. They can play around with new things, so it sounds like we're getting Megas back again, some new Megas. So, I think battles were the most lacking thing, so... Ooh, that's a Alpha Lucario. Oh, I forgot to check the Middle Islands last time, didn't I? You can get Togepi spawning on them as well. Okay. I'll actually do that. I'll change to daytime. Better chance of Togepi during daytime. So, quickly do that. Because I actually checked my stream to check that it was working properly. Currently seeing a black screen, which is not... No, there we go. It was because it was lagging behind, it was still resting. Right, we're good on the rainstorm for now. I saw the Ninetales and I thought it was a shiny. Right, now the other place that I forgot last time, or Togepi, is these islands over here. Just double check. I think it is both of these islands that Togepi can be found on, but I'm not certain, so I'll just be pulling up to check. Ugh. So using Cerebee's map. Yeah, they can appear on that island. Or on here. Excuse me. Annoyingly, I found a tranquil shiny right, and I forgot to check the outbreak. Oh, I forgot the other outbreak as well. That's fantastic. I'm doing marvellously right now. Yeah, I should really pay more attention to what I'm doing. I don't like the water shinies because they're a pain in the ass to actually catch. Where's the other one? I meant to do this one. Yeah, I'm hoping for less water, I guess. In so actually, there it goes. It was not registering as having actually seen these Pokemon. Okay, if I do that one first. Yeah, the shiny chart tone will definitely be a benefit for Legends EA getting it back. Yeah, sticking with the sort of existing formula and just playing around with that a bit more, I think is just all it needs. It does not need to be anything more than that. So I think that would make for a great game. And if it's got all the same sort of outbreaks, shiny hunting methods that this has, fantastic. Because you just get so many shinies with this. So this is just raw gameplay, and I'm getting shinies as quickly as, well, as quickly as I get shinies when sandwich hunting on Scarlet and Violet. And this is just normal gameplay, basically. So I've got so many shinies while playing this game. It's ridiculous. This is where I have to use Sneasler again. This climbing is just so much quicker like this. I don't see other people doing that. I see them just climbing up normally. Oh, Onyx, great. Onyx is one that's seen so often. But yes, it should be good. As long as they stick with the same formula, Legends EA should be good. I just want to see what it's got and get a bit of confirmation as to of everything, basically just confirmation of everything. So as long as it sort of has the same sort of slightly limited worlds as Legends, it should be great. Hello to Cookie Hunters. Got a notification that your messages come through. I'm just sort of saying a little bit about what I'm expecting from Legends EA. So, playing a bit of Legends Arceus. So ahead of tomorrow's Pokemon Day presents. We should be getting a lot more information about it. Got a few shinies today already, so not a bad start. And that's just magic up. I'm gonna go check out that Riolu outbreak. I think I'm pretty sure we will be getting ZA info. So possibly even a release date. So it's what everyone's expecting, and it's not uncommon for Pokemon Company to hold things back this much. Oh good, bulk up, that's going to be helpful. So I've been looking at some of the other things that are expected. But so you don't get Twitch alerts. Is that all that done? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, that's not effective. That's stupid. Let's see what that does. Better. Okay. Is the bell it's not on or something? Yeah. I don't always yeah. Oh, it logged you out of the app. Fair enough. I quite often forget to put the bell on, so. So I quite often just pull up whatever stream's on at the time when I feel like watching, so I don't always put the bell on to begin with. So take it or leave it. So. No, there we go. Yeah, so... But I reckon CA is going to be the big focus of the presents. But there is a rumour going around about a new spin-off for smartphones and stuff. Yeah, fair enough. So there's a few channels that I do leave the alerts on for, just because I like to know when they are live, and they are usually live when I'm free to watch. But others, it's a case of they go live at such awkward times for me that I don't really get to watch many else. I don't see the point in putting them on. Yeah, so there's another rumour going around for the presents tomorrow that there's a new spin-off for smartphones and the Switch coming, which could just instantly drop during the presents tomorrow, which would not be surprising. It's in the tree. It's completely in the tree. And that's apparently codenamed Synapse. I think it was originally Rodeo, and then got rebooted in development to became Synapse. But so it's quite possible that they'll do that with the smartphone games. So it's quite easy to do with those sorts of games. A lot of the thing is probably just going to be not alphas, which is handy. I was worried they're going to be alphas. But, yeah, it seems likely that they would do it with a smartphone game, and they may have the main focus on that, but I reckon ZA is going to be the big thing, because it's been so long since we got a proper sort of mainline Pokemon game. Like this. I'm not really going after anything specific, so I'm just... Usually you just throw the balls constantly, and I don't see the point in just throwing the balls. I might as well get some experience from it, is my reasoning. So it's a little bit slower, but I'm not in a hurry to get shinies. I've got most of them shiny already. So there's only a few Pokemon that I still need shiny from this game, and I will be focusing on... I'll be sort of going after them in... Oh, that's a big attack. Yeah. So I would be looking for them, just not going after them specifically. So they're just ones to look out for, rather, because they're all awkward ones. They're basically Unown, Togepi, and Cherubi is what I'm after. So they're all skittish, so I can't really do the permutations hunting methods for them. So, and Cherubi's mostly only in trees. There can be a mass outbreak, not a massive mass outbreak. Togepi can be in the wild, can be in massive mass outbreaks. So I'm just seeing what I find. So I tried shiny hunting specifically for Unown before now, and I've been trying for the Togepi and Cherubi off stream. Going after them specifically takes so long. Yeah, Legends Arceus is... There's no moss spawning for this, there's no point in me carrying on with it. Back to base. just realise what I'm doing. Yeah, so I've got pull up my box on here. So 3 from stream today, and these are the unknown I've caught for the deck so far, plus a few duplicates, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so it takes so long. It's just something that I've been working on in my free time, and now I've worked out what other Pokemon I need, I can focus on them a bit more. So just go after the ones I'm after. So I've completed the dex entries for Togepi, Togetic, Cherubi, and Cherim. So should boost the chances. Yeah, it depends on how I sort of work it out. So I'm just going for it. So you can just going around doing mass outbreaks. You get shinies just in the process of it. Oh, nothing today, so I'm going to do my loop. So any days I'm not... this is what I meant by shiny hunting for a little bit. So any days that there's no outbreaks, I'm just going to go here and just check for all 3, because all 3 of them can be in this area. That's nice and easy to do. Yeah, so... so I was doing... I originally tried shiny hunting for Unown on stream after I tested it, and I got a shiny in like half an hour. I thought, oh yeah, that's a good rate. I'll do that on stream. Then done stream for like 2 hours, no shinies. Oh no, sorry, 1 shiny. And then I realised, yeah, this probably isn't going to be a good one to do on stream. So I decided to stop there, and I've been doing it in my own time, off stream. But I've now worked out what trees Cherim can be on, Cherubi, to try them shiny. So that's going to be a slow one as well, because of the limited spawns. So Togepi, I'm surprised I haven't found a shiny yet, because I keep finding them in outbreaks, the mass outbreaks. But yeah, so it is fairly slow. So when the mass outbreaks turn up, it's better, but I think I've only caught 1 from an outbreak, is the weird thing. Of all the shiny unknown, I think only 1 is from an actual outbreak. Every other one has just been a random one. Right, no shinies there. Oh no, shaking trees there. Head up here. Probably not a good time of day for the Togepi, but I'll go for it. But, so if I just do a flyby each time, it's fairly simple just to quickly check them. Outbreaks do tend to get shinies fairly well, so I think only a couple of the outbreaks I've done today haven't got shinies in them. I haven't had shinies in them somewhere. So, but it boosts the chance. So I've been getting better shiny chance than I have been on some of my streams doing Scarlet and Violet hunts. Yeah, so I think it does boost them a bit, but it's just... I think there's a risk that the shinies hit on the other outbreaks when you're doing outbreaks. Another one without any outbreaks. Well, doing my loop again. so yeah. Actually, this time I'm going to change it to daytime. 4 queues. Yeah. So I've only got 3 duplicates on this. I think I've got another duplicate in Pokemon Home from my previous shinies that I've got. How many do I actually still need? I'm going so playing with one hand while I'm checking my list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 14 left to get. So that's half. Is it 28 in total? I think it's 28 in total, so that's exactly half. So that's including the ones I've got previously, not just on Legends Arceus. But, so it's not going too badly. So I quite often just take it with me when I go to my local card shop to play Magic. So while I'm waiting for people to turn up, because I always get there early, while I'm waiting for people to turn up, I just crack out my Switch and start doing a few loops. So it's nice and simple. Yes, there's 26 letters of the alphabet, but then we've got the 2 symbols. So yeah, so I'm not in a hurry to get them. So just when I've got time. So this past couple of weeks I'm running out of stuff to shiny hunt for on Scarlet and Violet, so I figured I'd switch over to Legends Arceus and see what I needed. So I started working through that, and I figured the best way was to complete the Pokédexes for them. So I was working on those for all of the ones I needed, but I ended up getting most of the ones I needed already. And these remaining ones, just fairly low rates for them, so it's going to be slow. It's going to be slow. But so for today, I figured with the Pokemon Presents tomorrow, chances of Xehanous fairly high. Why not just do some random shiny hunting? So just going for whatever I get today. Yeah, targeting specifics is not good. But, okay, that's not great. That's not great, but there's more trees in this area for Cherubi. So I can check the trees while I'm here. That's right there. Oops. Yeah, so when I was just hunting for the regionals, the Hisuian ones, when I was playing through the game normally, what do I want to use with this? Why not? Well, that's not all at once. Come on. Yeah, when I was getting the regionals, I was just doing random stuff. I think it was before. I think I got the regionals before the changeover of the system, and I think you could reset on the outbreaks to get different spawns a lot more easily. And wow, they are just eating. Is that gonna kill? No, not quite. Well, oh no, that will. That went down quick. Well, I was hoping the Psychic would be able to deal with the poison. Whatever. Nice below. There you go. Yeah, I got them when it was easy to hunt for specific Pokemon. So the massive mass outbreaks did make that a bit harder. But it used to be easier to target individual Pokemon, so fortunately I got all them before the changeover. Even though I keep getting them now, so it's because I completed the dexes for them as I was doing it, or most of them. Some of them I haven't finished yet, but I'm still getting them from outbreaks and stuff. So the starters I got fairly lucky with, so I managed to get them from outbreaks quite quickly after the. I think I'd already perfected the dexes though as I was playing through the game, but I got shinies from the massive mass outbreaks quite quickly on. Yeah. So the ones I'm after now are basically just odd Pokemon that I've got one of each evolution line. I'm just trying to fill in the gaps. So it's just hence I need 2 from the Togepi line, 1 from Cherubi and Cherrim. No, that button. Oh, doing 4 at a time is certainly clearing through the group, even though it's low on health, which I'm not been paying attention to. It's fine. That's probably going to die. That was a crit. Oh, that's handy. They're just ignoring me. Fine. It's only half paying attention to what's going on, so... I'm not bothering with gender variance most of the time, so... I haven't bothered perfecting everything, so... I've ended up getting most things shiny just through playing, so it's... So once I got all the Hisuians, I didn't really shiny hunt much on this after that. Ooh. That's fine. Yeah, fair enough. So but oh, I traded in. Yeah, I probably could trade in. Yeah, I probably could trade in some of the others, but I'm just not bothering. 2 pence. Scarlet Violet. I think I'd done Chronodos and Scarlet Violet as well. No, you can't. I can't get the legends. So I've got all the legends from previous events and shiny hunts and whatnot. So that wasn't really something I needed to look into. So. Going off Ice Fang. Really eat through the Pokemon he's got on Golbats. See if the outbreak ends soon. Wait, is this still the first wave? I need to heal. Okay, only 2 this time. Stop moving off Ice Fang. Oh dear. Yeah, so I'd done... So while I was at uni, in my spare time, I'd done shiny hunting for like 1 of each Pokemon at the time. Oh, it's Baskia Legion as it goes away. That does that. I was wondering what the hell that noise was. It suddenly dawned on me. But yeah, so I shiny hunt for 1 of each living evolution line. Well, that one's down. Good job, we got another one. Yeah, I shiny hunted for 1 of each evolution line while I was at uni, just in my spare time, because I had a lot of work to do at uni. So studying architecture, and I was there for several years, so doing my masters as well. That's fine. So now we can go after the trees. I really need to zoom out on this map, because I do not like being zoomed in on the map. And there's a shaking tree right there. But yeah, so I'd done the 1 of each evolution line and was basically complete with that. I sort of slipped a bit with Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield, and only really got back to shiny hunting properly with Scarlet and Violet, and it got to a point where I had 1 of each evolution line that was available in Scarlet and Violet, and I thought, you know what, why not just fill in the gaps? And I started working on that, and yeah, now that I'm sort of out of work for the time being, I figured I'd use this free time to keep working on that. So doing some more on that on stream and trying to get as far to completing that as possible before the next games come out. Apple, gold duck, go away. Yeah, so I figured I might as well get it complete. Can't be that. Oh, looks like a spam message had just come through. That took a hit. I was hoping to get out of range before it took a hit. Where am I going? Over here. Could probably fly a better way than this round, but it is what it is. Navigate. Yeah, I didn't actually realise how close I was to having the full decks when I actually went to go through it, so I'd only been looking at getting one of each, but in the process I'd got multiples of several of them. And I'd lost track of what I had and didn't have at that point, so I don't even keep track of one of each. So when I was doing Scarlet and Violet, I just kept getting more, so end up with loads, which isn't really a problem. But I was surprised how many I had. I'm now well on my way to completing the living decks and shiny, so all good. I'm glad I've pulled up this map to work out which trees the Cherub and Cherubi are in. Anyone over here? That one over there is not. I like being able to run around during a battle. What is the next one? It's up. So I'll use Cerebi's map to work out what trees, because the annoying part about Cherubi and Cherub is that they are only available on very specific trees, so that one, and couldn't be that one. Is there another tree that shakes around here? This one, there's two marked on the map. This one? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I already have one Cherubi, but I can't be bothered to go back and... It's not that one, is it? No, it's not shaking anyhow. I don't really want to go back and start... Burmy I got lucky with. But, I don't really want to go back and start breeding for, so... Yeah, I got fairly lucky with Burmy. I already had 4 Burmy and 1 Wormadam. And when I came back to shiny hunting on Legends Arceus, like first outbreak, mass outbreak I got, I found a shiny Wurmple that I needed because it evolved into Silcoon, and hit a tree and got a shiny Wormadam from it, which was a different form. So, of the 2 I still needed. Yeah. Yeah, I got 1 Wormadam that I needed almost straight away in Legends Arceus. So I had 4 Burmy, 1 of which was male, so I knew I could get Mothim if I needed it. And while I was hunting, I got a Mothim, so I actually just got a Mothim today as well, so that covered me for the Burmy and Wormadam line. So I needed 2 more, and I got a Wormadam and a Mothim. Done the trick. So I got that pretty lucky, so I don't have to do those on trees anymore. So unfortunately in this area, none of the outbreaks other than the unknown are useful to me, but I can still check the trees as I go around. I've got so many from this area shiny already. Number 1007. I don't keep track of the numbers. I think some of my shiny hunts I would get. Actually, one of my first Masuda shiny hunts, I done Mudkip. So. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. So I just don't bother with it a lot of time. Next. It's a shame those unknown weren't an outbreak. What's the outbreak around here? I put it in the wrong place. There we go. Trying to navigate while reading messages. Yeah, I don't keep track with Masuda hunts at all. I do them like one batch at a time, and then I just release them when I don't need them, so I don't keep track of how many I've already done. Which I probably should, but I just don't. So my first Masuda hunt was for Mudkip, and I started keeping track of it by putting them all into Pokemon Ranch, it was at the time. And I filled up Ranch, and then ran out of space again, so I gave up on that as well. So I don't know how many I ended up getting for that before I got the shiny. But so I've done a lot of Masuda hunting in the past, and I would rather do anything but it if I can. Hence, I'm not in a hurry to go back to it. At the time, I didn't have home, so I just got into the habit back then. Oops, I hate doing that. So back when I was shiny hunting that back then, I just never bothered. And now when I'm doing them in Scarlet and Violet, I just do them one batch of eggs at a time. If I don't get a shiny, I reset, so I don't keep track that way either. So I've done Masuda in Scarlet and Violet, I just only when I need to. So I crack a sandwich to boost the chances, and if I don't get a shiny from the batch, I just reset to get the sandwich ingredients back, just for efficiency, and it saves space. So does the sandwich actually affect hatch speed? Because I didn't think it does. I think it just affects the breeding speed. I might be wrong, so I may have just not looked into it. I have not looking into things, so I probably should. I assumed the egg power was just for breeding eggs. But, so I might be wrong. That was a shiny. Where was that shiny? There. Oh good, it's a ghastly, that's terrible. Yeah, I just tend to yeah, I do one sandwich to collect like 80 to between 60 and 90 eggs from one sandwich I usually get, and then just spend a while hatching them, and if I don't get a shiny from them I reset. So so with the egg power 3 sandwiches that I do, which uses one herb mystica, I can usually get like 60 to 90 eggs, so that'll keep me going for a while. So yeah, I just loop that. No, so I have a mag cargo to help hatch, and that's it. So I know mag cargo does help because of the flame body or magma arm, whichever one's got. But it doesn't take that long to hatch them, so I just sort of I use Artisan going around the windmill because it's got the circular route, so I can just hold the direction and it just keeps looping as long as I'm holding the stick. So just a few slight corrections here and there. Tends to work fairly well for me. But yeah, because I reset most of the time, I don't keep track of how many I've done. Yeah, Sword and Shield Masuda is better, but I done it a bit in there and I just got bored of it. So doing it too much will just get boring for me. So I done it for what I wanted, and that was it. So in Scarlet and Violet I've done what I need to, and I don't really want to do it more than I need to. Yeah, I don't keep track of it like that. So I've done so many shiny hunts for Masuda method where I've tried to keep hold of them and I've just run out of storage. I just give up. So not something I'll be going back to in a hurry. Oh, there's another shiny. That's Turtwig. Let me save. Thank you. Enemy grass. Oh, no. Right in the butt. Easy. Yeah, same. So I'd worked out if ZA has the shiny hunts, I think, or the Pokemon available in it that I think, it should be 42 of the Pokemon I still need for my shiny living dex. Right, where am I going next? I could try and clear out one of the Snunkies. Yeah, so where's my list? So I've been keeping track of these. So so just based on Pokemon that were in X and Y, if they are all available in Legends EA, plus the Pokemon that I can get in Scarlet Violet, Legends Arceus, and Let's Go without Masuda method, I should be able to get all but 46 of my remaining shiny hunts. So those last 46 are either going to be legendaries that I'm missing, or Masuda method hunts, which they may also, some of them may be featured in Legends Arceus as well, because you never know. But, that's sort of what I'm sort of going on at the moment. So I've got 6 left in Scarlet and Violet, 17 left in Legends Arceus, 9 in Let's Go, and then 42 from ZA, and that will just leave 46 remaining. So we'll try to work it out, but that's still a bit of guesswork going on there, so no guarantee. So hopefully find more out tomorrow. Gen 6 charm. So I've got all the shiny charms in all the games so far. So So I can quite easily just go back and Masuda hunt in any of the past games, but so it's I've done so much Masuda hunting in the past. I'd just rather do it other ways. So I like unpredictability with shiny hunts. So I do. One of the things I do like about the shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet is that I can shiny hunt for several Pokemon at a time, because you can breed up to 5 different Pokemon with a Ditto. And if all the Pokemon, apart from Ditto, are the same gender, they will only breed with the Ditto, so you can guarantee the Masuda hunt. So, it works. And then when you get a shiny, it's random which one the shiny is, which I find a bit fun. So, I've done several Masuda hunts in Scarlet and Violet by doing that. Just because I can. It's just, why not? So the randomness I quite enjoy. The Gacha Masuda hunt. Yeah, I guess it is. Well, I guess that's done. How many is that? I've not been keeping track of shinies I've got today. 5. So 5 shinies today, and the bloomin' Mothim. I didn't need any more. I think I've got about half an hour of hunting left to go today, so not bad. So 2 in 1. A visit isn't bad. Just realised I've not been thinking about the. Because I usually do a thumbnail, but I've not been thinking about getting the views of the encounters like I do in Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet sets up quite nicely. Because of the way I catch them in this, it doesn't really have good views. I'll have to sort that out later. Anyway. Back into Gligar. Well, I'll check the outbreak. It's not one I particularly want, but you never know. Where is it? All the way up there. I'm looking up there. Huh? Marker in the wrong place. Oh, don't slide down. You get the steps to walk up the. Probably isn't a good choice, but whatever. Anyway, yeah. So, so I don't always do shiny hunts the most efficient way, but I prefer them to do them an interesting way. I just like to have a bit of fun with it, so I've done so much shiny hunting, it's just like to mix it up a bit. Let's try Power Dance. That worked. But yeah, I was just looking through my collection of extra shinies that I've got stored in Pokemon Home, and I realised I've probably got about 700 or 800 extra shinies beyond my living decks that are just duplicates that I don't need, which is kind of crazy. This is probably going to go down. Ooh, hold them up. Let's see if we can take one down. So that would answer the one shot on them. Right. Yeah, I've got a lot of duplicates over the years. So, some are just the way I've shiny hunted. So, I'm in only about 40 to 50, I think, legendary duplicates. So I haven't got that many. Most of those are just event duplicates that I've got on multiple games from events. So it's rare for me to hunt for a legendary multiple times. But, yeah, most of it's just random shinies I've picked up just by like playing this. So from the past week, I transferred like the majority of a box of Pokemon that I've just found just in the past week on this. And from a couple of hours of shiny hunting, I've already got 5, so... That missed. So I end up getting a lot of shinies. In... I think it was X and Y, there was the... Okay, see ya. Yeah, in X and Y there was the PAL Safari thing where you could get shinies from quite easily. And I ended up getting a lot of duplicates from that because you could get 1 of 3 Pokemon. If I was hunting for a specific Pokemon, got a lot. So, yeah, that was where I got most of them from. Sorry, no slash. Finish that off. Anyway, I'm looking behind me. I should probably not use that because it's about to die. Let's just hurricane something. Probably missed. Yep. Fantastic. Anyway. Yeah, so half an hour left. So not a bad amount of shinies from today. What was the other things I was thinking of that might come up in the presents tomorrow? So there's the Synapse game. That's supposed to be some sort of multiplayer online game, which is allegedly riding on ride Pokemon while shooting, from what the rumours are, but that seems odd. So that might be getting sort of information mixed up slightly. I'm not too sure how accurate that is actually going to be. So there were comparisons to Splatoon. So, don't know. Let's talk about guns. So maybe team multiplayer? I don't know. It sounds like it will be a weird one. So it's probably going to be quirky. So I doubt they'll do something too much like Splatoon, because it's another Nintendo IP. So I doubt Pokemon will be stepping on Nintendo's toes with something too similar to Splatoon, but sort of team-based, just going for score, maybe. So maybe it's like a collectathon sort of thing, and you just collect. It's a ball gun where you have to fire balls to catch Pokemon before your opponents. High scores in teams, maybe? Don't know. But that seems... There are some very strong rumours coming out about that, so chances are that will be revealed, possibly even released tomorrow. So that will probably get a bit of attention. I'm hoping it's not the main feature of the Direct. I'm hoping the main feature is ZA. Although, if it is a Switch 2 release game, they may not want to show too much just yet. So they may sort of say that there'll be more information coming soon, and then leave that till the Switch 2 announcement, or Switch 2 Direct. But we'll see. So, hoping the focus is ZA and not Synapse. This is a really long path to get out. But we'll see. What else is there? There's rumours of a classic collection, but that's been floating around for a really long time now, so how accurate that is anyone's guess. So we could see another Let's Go game, possibly. It is the Nintendo's theme, or Pokemon Company's theme for this year is the Year of Eevee. So we could see a Let's Go Eevee 2, maybe? That's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So we could see a Let's Go Eevee 2. Oh, another one up here. Fine, let's go find Lickitung. I've got so many of these. But anyway, so if they do a Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee 2, but it would still connect to the Eevee year, chances are that will be Johto, if they keep in correct order. And it would fit for Eevee for Johto because of the S1 number on editions. But that wouldn't really fit with the themes of the other releases at the moment, so yeah, it's hard to really tell. There's also expectations for Black and White remakes. So possibly there's a very long shot they could do Let's Go Black and White, but what Pokemon would they use as the mascots for that? I don't know. Personally, I think Let's Go was more of a one-off gimmick that they done, and if they do the classics again, I think it will just be a re-release on the Switch eShop, because they've got a lot of games available there anyhow. Ideally, I don't think they should have backwards compatibility with like Pokemon Home and stuff, because I didn't really like that with the 3DS eShop games. I'd rather just have the games compatible with them themselves if they're that old, because I think it just overcomplicates things with the mechanics converting over. I think they should just leave it self-contained within the Switch eShop stuff. But that's just my thought. So a classic collection, they could do a batch release of some of the old games on the eShop for Pokemon Day. Wouldn't be a bad thing, just I think it would just, for simplicity, just keep it contained. So the Black and White remake possible. So the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl didn't get the best response. I mean, it was fine, but it wasn't the best remakes they've done. Oh, my satchel is full. Oh, I need the items. But yeah, so we'll see about Black and White remakes. Yeah, but say last time they done the Diamond and Pearl remake, it was before Legends Arceus, and it tied into Legends Arceus. Oh, I didn't go much further that way. So, sort of thematically, with that pattern, if they did do a remake with Kalos, it would make more sense for it to be X and Y remakes, but I don't think they're doing X and Y remakes. And I think the timing of it would just be wrong to release them now with ZA as the next big game. So I think that's fairly unlikely. You never know, I might be wrong. What else is there? There were sort of theories about getting a first look at Gen 10. That's another one I think is fairly unlikely. Outbreaks gone. So that's another one I think is fairly unlikely. I think it's too soon for Gen 10 reveals. I think they're going to take more time to go through them, to work on them, to perfect them, and that. So with Scarlet and Violet being as rough as they were, I think they're taking their time more now, which I think they're doing with ZA. So I would not be surprised if we have another year before Gen 10 is teased, at least. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's this time next year they do the teaser and then release it at the end of the year, which is not uncommon for them. But I think that's what my expectations are. And that will probably give us a year and a half between game releases, which I think is a reasonable spacing. So beyond that, I don't think there's really going to be any major game reveals. So I think the big thing is, well, the two main things are going to be the Synapse game and ZA, and I'm hoping the main focus is on ZA. And they just sort of drop Synapse and just say, here's a game, go play it, sort of thing. So give us a bit of information about it and then just let us play it for ourselves rather than doing a whole load of teaser stuff for it. Just show the gameplay, tell us what it's about, and then just tell us go and play it. That I think will work fine. With a short-term drop, I think that's all it needs. So beyond that, what we'd like to see. So the existing games, so we've got the various sort of spin-off stuff, which I'm not that into a lot of it. So you've got Pokemon Unite. I'm not that interested in. So it's Pokemon Masters. I played Pokemon Masters a bit. I got bored of that very quickly. So not that fussed about that. They're probably going to do events in both of those games for Pokemon Day. They might already be doing it. I haven't really been keeping track. But say I'm not that interested in that sort of thing. So they're not the games I'm particularly interested in. They could announce a new spin-off, or maybe a return to one of the old spin-off series, but as a surprise for the Pokemon Day. But to be honest, I've never really got into the spin-offs that much. I've played them to an extent, but the sort of main series has always been where I've enjoyed the most. What else is there? Smartphone games is Sleep. That's got an event going on. It's not a very big event. They might announce a new wave of legendary events coming up, possibly. I think they done the dogs last year after Pokemon Day, which was fine, not that special, and they're a pain in the ass to get, to be honest. because they basically never show up. They're extremely rare, and that you have to get really high sleep scores to have them show up. But they might do another event like that. So they might even do something to tie in with whatever other announcements they do. So ZA announcements. So whatever Pokemon are featured in ZA, maybe starters for that they might feature as a sort of early tease. But don't really know. I head this way, I can go over the island. Yeah, sleep, maybe. TCG, they might show something for the main TCG Pocket, possibly an event. So we've just had some of the events end. I think the only one we've got on at the moment that I'm aware of. I haven't actually looked. I should probably check that. That was a shiny I didn't hear, was it? No, I think it was just the splash of the water. What even is it? No, Remoraid. No, it's not shiny. I think the only event on in TCG Pocket at the moment is the Dark type event, which I don't think even has any promos associated with it. It just feels like a filler event, and there's nothing really special about it, which is fine. I don't mind that. I'm quite happy to have events like that. Trying to get all the promos just got a bit tedious at times, and if they're sort of potluck, short-term availability, and if the promos are good, so a lot of the promos have just been not that great anyhow, so sort of locking them into a short-term event is not that fair for new players if they miss them. So they could event. Get my words out. They could do a new event for TCG Pocket for that, but I doubt it'll be anything all that special. Great. Terrible outbreaks today. I don't think I've seen a single Togepi outbreak. Usually get loads. Yeah, so I don't think... They'll probably do a little bit, but I don't think it'll be anything special. Scarlet and Violet, we could get something good from. Maybe some sort of tie-in event for ZA. So maybe... possibly the starters for the game for ZA will be featured as outbreaks. It's a special outbreak event. But I'd also seen people talking about the possibility of the cover legendaries possibly getting a shiny event, a shiny giveaway or something like that, because quite often at this point in a game's time span, they will start doing the shiny giveaways for the legendaries that are usually shiny locked, just as a way to sort of get people interested in the games again. So they've been doing the repeat event for the Paradox legendaries that they had, or a couple of them. If we could get the rest of them, that could also be a good one. So there's the version exclusive ones that were only available in one game or the other, which have become really hard to get, and a lot of people are abusing that on Pokemon Home to get them with stupid requests and stuff. And if they were a bit more widely available, I think that would be very good. Oof, these are not great. Let's go for clever. I was right the first time. But yeah, so that's another option. So we could get a good sort of outbreak event. Raid event on one of those. Another option, rather than tying into ZA, is that they could just tie it into the Year of Eevee and do like an Eevee outbreak. Probably use this move, huh? Oh, and ran away now. Yeah, so I could do an Eevee outbreak event for the Year of Eevee, and maybe even the evolutions in raid events, in raids, which would make sense. So could do increased shiny chance EVs and evolutions in raids. So it's something they could do. That would make sense. That would fit with the Year of Eevee. On the line of Eevee, there has been sort of thoughts of the possibility of adding a new evolution. That's quite a common thing to come up. And they're thinking that could come with ZA, and the Year of Eevee could be to announce a new evolution. Possible, but I think they could potentially go down a different route. And rather than do an evolution, because I think the way the evolutions have been done so far, they've all been based on the types that were originally associated with the special types in the original games, because everything was either physical or special. And everything is all the evolutions are basically fit in with that so far. The remaining types are all the ones that don't comply with that pattern. So I'm thinking, rather than have Eevee as we know it evolve into those other types, why not introduce a whole new Eevee form? What if we got a new regional Eevee that could evolve into different evolutions? We could get the evolutions that evolve from this regional Eevee rather than... make this rainstorm. Oh, missed out on that. Oh well. One away from getting the next wave. Oh well. So, could we see that in Legends EA? Possibly. Just gonna switch it back to daytime. So that's something that we could see. So like Paradox Eevee, which evolves into a whole load of Paradox evolutions with all the different forms. That could work. They could quite easily do that. So I think that is an option that they could go down. But we'll have to see. It's a bit of a long shot. We'll probably get, like, so with the reveals tomorrow for ZA, we'll probably get some new Pokemon revealed. Possibly the starters and their ancient Kalos forms that we'll probably get. We don't even know what the ancient Kalos region is going to be called yet, so just have to wait and see on that. So new Mega Evolutions we could see. Oh my god. So we'll probably see some new Pokemon if we get ZA news as part of that. Excuse me. But I doubt we'll really get much beyond that, really. So not holding my breath too much. So it will be, if Legends EA is coming out sooner rather than later, it will probably be most of the new forms or new megas that we'll see. Some they'll leave for the final game that will be a surprise for us. But it's like, how many Hisuian forms did we actually get in Legends Arceus? It's like a dozen or so, maybe? So maybe 20 did we get? I can't actually remember off the top of my head. So we got the 3 starters, like Basculin and Basculegion. It's probably like 10 to 20. But so I would expect a similar number of new forms, plus a few new Mega Evolutions, if the Mega Evolutions are appearing in it, as we suspect. It would be interesting, I think, if so there's something that's always sort of stuck in my mind about Mega Evolution, is that one of the Mega Evolution descriptions described it as unleashing an ancient power, or something to that effect. Stupid! I hate that. No, that's not what I wanted to. Pressing all the wrong ones. One of the Mega Evolution's descriptions referred to unleashing an ancient power of the Pokemon, which, especially with Salamence, when we got Roaring Moon, if you compare Mega Salamence to Roaring Moon, there is a lot of similarities, especially the shape of the wings and everything. So I think there is a connection between the Paradox forms and Mega forms. So could they do a sort of hybrid thing where we encounter the Mega forms as past forms? Or like a Paradox form is like related to its past form. So we could see essentially Paradox Pokemon, which are ancient Pokemon, which are connected to the Mega forms of the modern Pokemon. Maybe they'll establish some sort of connection between that. Perhaps you catch a Paradox Pokemon and then transport it to future, it becomes an all Pokemon with a Mega Stone, or something like that. So it could be a way to connect the two sort of gimmick features together. So sort of associating the Paradox with the Mega connection, I think that could work. So I think that could be quite fun. So if we have a new sort of transfer method that's featured in Legends EA, that could be a thing. Having to actually catch what is essentially a Mega Pokemon in the wild. So we have all the alphas and stuff in this. Why not have Megas in the wild? But have them as the Paradox Pokemon. Ancient forms. So have it as a Pokemon that you catch. Maybe even have it as a name or a sort of regional form type approach when you encounter it. So it could be that the Pokemon takes on its Mega form whenever you travel to the past. Assuming there is going to be time travel in the game, which we can kind of assume, but it's no guarantee. Don't really know what it's going to include yet. So is that are there 2 of those sisters in this area? That's just annoying. What was I doing? You know what? I can't. Can I be asked with Abra? Why not? See if a shiny appears. That'll be easy to scare away. Need to get past the electables. Actually, I've just seen the time, so I should probably be ending, unfortunately. So we'll just finish this up. So what else is there? These will probably run away. That'll attack me. Yeah, what else is there? There's the anime as well. We might get something anime related tomorrow, but if they do, I think it would be more likely to be some sort of short series they do, like they done the Pokemon Concierge before. They might announce something like that. They could give us a look at the Aardman collaboration that there's supposed to be coming next year. Could be another tease for that. Oh, that's great. That's better. So it's I reckon most of the interest is going to be with ZA and what that entails. So when that's released, what's going to be included. But looking forward to it. I think we're going to get a lot of new info, and it's going to be really interesting. So yeah, so that's that. So I'll be watching that tomorrow. So I'll be able to talk about that again on Monday when I next stream. So at usual time, I'll be back on my Dunsparce hunt. Oh, let's just bring in a ghost. I'll be back on my Dunsparce hunts. Why do I use Dark and not Ghost? Yeah, I'll be going for 3-7 Dunsparce again on Monday. Wednesday, so these Legends Arceus hunts are so time consuming, it's very difficult to target them. So focusing on them for a stream, probably not the best. So this is just a bit of a random one, just to have a bit of fun. I'm surprised I didn't get any more after the 5, but you never know, I might get one at the last minute from this. But yeah, so I'll be back Monday for the Dunsparce. Wednesday, I'm thinking I will probably go on to the Let's Go games, try and get a bit of shiny hunting done on there for the 9 Pokemon. Actually, it's, I think 4 or 5 of them are just transfers from Pokemon Go to get rid of the Go symbol. But it will do. So I'll be working on the ones that I do need from Let's Go next Wednesday. So we'll see about that. And that's nothing. But yeah, so not a terrible day for streaming today. I got 5 shinies of just random stuff, which isn't bad. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do a thumbnail. I might sort a thumbnail out later. But for now, I need to be saving and going for dinner. So, looking forward to tomorrow, and I will be back next week for Scarlet and Violet, or with Pokemon Violet, Dunsparce hunting. So until then, so thanks for watching, and I will see you around.